There's one other thing I want to talk about in relation to that. So, um, there's always a fear, for me, anyways. We see it with the way Western comics went. If you get a theme, we're going to talk about this a lot, probably. Um, Before Disney bought Marvel, and um, there's a reason Marvel was up to be acquired. They weren't doing well. Um, I suppose it kind of saved them to sell the rights. That's why they were selling the rights to make movies. So we Blade and X-Men, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, divvying all these things up to others because they need money because their comic book industry is failing. They've been doing a poor job at being able to sell this. I mean, what other form of yes, print, everybody says print's dead, that kind of thing. Manga proves that wrong, I'd say. And as for as long as like we've said print is dead, there are still our newspapers and magazines. Now, I'm sure a lot of people slash most people consume them digitally, but they still do exist. And understandably, they probably get propped up by something else. They're owned by someone bigger. Some other elements of their company makes money. So I get it, and that's kind of the space the American comic book industry is in. Do they need to be? I don't know. Anyways, they were in trouble. Disney bought them. At first, he's like, "Well, this is kind of great news. We get Iron Man. We get things that seem pretty, you know, true to, you know, the spirit of the source." And since then, it's been kind of a rocket ship upward. And before that, I would maybe venture to say that that's sort of what changed the cultural zeitgeist around nerddom was this rocket ship takeoff of the popularity of superheroes. You know, um, it used to be if you're too into superheroes or something, you're a nerd, you're a dork, whatever. Now it's I think it can't be further from that. That's like the main thing of, and the question is, has this been a good thing? Like, would you have rather maybe the American comic book industry just have to like take the hard hits, reform, shrink, kind of split up, diversify, and we have something, and it still is for nerds and collectors. It's for that niche audience. And you have to make that budgetarily work for that niche audience. Now we have superhero everything. And now we have, with so many people's fingers in so many pies, we're not getting authentic or um, spiritually true adaptations anymore. We're just getting mess all over the place. People just doing whatever they want, using the opportunity to take a name and make it into something that they want. It's the same as Halo series. We're seeing this all over. This is what's happening in the Western pop culture. Is this going to happen to anime too? We're going to talk about a story that is adjacent, like just some of the concerns here or whatever. But like, yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen Zero came out in theaters, did really well. Netflix, half its subscribers watched anime in the last year. It's getting bigger and bigger. You go shop around, it's not hard now to find anime based merchandise, t-shirts and whatever. It used to be like it was just Pokemon. That's all you could get basically. Go in the toy aisle, maybe find some Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff too, or something like that. But it's a lot now, and the instinct is, yeah, More. That's great. This is amazing. I'm excited to see how popular it's getting. And it's going to be, that means we'll just get more content and more access to things and more merchandise and everything. But we might just go through the same thing because as it gets popular, more people hear about it. And then more people come in, and people that come in that don't really like what it is, the people that have been consuming it like, and now they want it changed. It needs to be different for them. And I just see this coming in this space. My one like bit of hope here is that this is made in a different country that doesn't play by our kind of rules. I talked before how there's dozens of subgenres of manga. I talked in the main show about this. And they cater to a specific market. And I'm going to bring this up again in a couple stories here. But yeah, I don't think on it. Like, there's nothing we can do about it, right? There's nothing we can do other than I'd say if you're in a community, if you have friends or whatever, and you like something, you like an anime or a subgenre of anime or manga, someone else comes and doesn't like it, say, well, it's not for you. There's something else out there for you. Try something else. But if we go in there and we start like just trying to change the thing we love, like let people in, everybody's welcome to like this show that I like, except you don't really like it, so be mad at it and yell at the creators that they need to change it. I don't know. We're gonna get into a mess. Anyways, you're gonna hear me repeat myself a lot on this kind of thing. It's definitely a concern. It's the track we're going on. I think it's important people talk about it. I think it's important that if you love something, it gets a bad term, a bad word, but or bad connotation, but gatekeep it. Like, keep the people that love it involved. Who would join a club? If you go and join a knitting club, and then you end up like, you go there and you don't really like knitting, do you demand that the knitting club change what they do? Oh, we need to do these different designs, or oh, we need to like work on one big project together, or whatever it is. If you don't like it, you move on and you go to the next thing. It's okay when things aren't for you. You find the things that are. This shouldn't be a this shouldn't be a controversial, crazy thing to say. You know, don't crap on other people's stuff that they like. Find the things that you like. It's way more beneficial to your time too if you just like enjoy the things you enjoy, support the things you enjoy, and let others support the things they enjoy.